So a lot of people over the years have asked, what can I do to make my batteries last longer? And one of the things that is simple to do and will make batteries last longer is periodically cleaning the battery terminals. What happens to them, and we'll get a close up here in a minute, is they get oxidation on them. And what happens there is it makes the alternator or the generator work harder when you add resistance. And so clean terminals means that the alternator doesn't have to work as hard or the generator doesn't have to work as hard. The power gets in and out of the battery the way it's supposed to. So on vehicles that you don't drive all the time, and even on vehicles that you do, periodically cleaning the terminals is important. So what I've got to do, the tools that I have, cost next to nothing at any auto parts place. I like them both. I probably use this one more than I use this one, but both of them do the job. When you're cleaning terminals, you're going to clean the terminal itself, and then you're going to clean inside of the clamp that goes onto the terminal. So you're going to clean both sides. So this is one thing that you're going to need. Of course, you're going to need wrenches to take the terminals off. The Jeep here has a smaller wrench for the positive and a bigger wrench for the negative. Now, very important, when you are working with a battery, it's very dangerous if you were to short out the two terminals. Also, if you were to remove the positive terminal first and accidentally shorted it out to the frame or something, it will spark between the chassis or the frame and the terminal. So always remove the ground wire first. That's the safest way of doing it. In this case, what I've got is I've got a 1/2-inch wrench, and I will come in here and I will take off this ground wire. And I'm also being careful to watch what I'm doing and not touch anything else with my wrench. And slowly but surely take off the nut. Now, the next video that I do after this one, I'm going to show how you can connect up. So if you get a close-up of this, this is my ground terminal. I've loosened it up. And if you look at this, it's been probably a year since I've cleaned this. This isn't terribly dirty, but I want to have that thing spotless. So I'll take my cleaner here and I'll just put it down on top. Give it a bunch of turns. Okay, and you can see that's made a major difference. I think I'll do it just a little bit more right here in the middle. Okay, and that's all it takes to do that. Now, while that's disconnected, let me clean the inside part, and I can use this other one to clean the actually cable. And again, I just go like this. And what I'm trying to do is get all that oxidation and corrosion out of there. Okay, there's that. All right, much cleaner, nice. All right, now I'm going to leave this terminal disconnected and away from the negative so I can deal with the positive. This is the terminal that's got the danger of being shorted out. So, but when that negative's off, can't hurt anything. So I now take off the positive. Okay, and then you just loosen the nut, and then what I do is twist it back and forth. Yeah. I see that this is nice and tight. Oh, come on, there we go. Okay, and you can see that this one's pretty dang dirty. And let me start with cleaning off the inside first. And actually, the positive terminal on a battery is bigger than the negative terminal. Okay, it's got the post is bigger so that you can't, or theoretically, so that you can tell that there's a difference in them and stuff. So I'm going to use this bigger wire brush for cleaning off. positive terminal. Okay, and that's much better. And then if you look at the battery post itself, it doesn't look great. It looks pretty dang dirty. And I will take my handy dandy little one here. Okay. And that looks way better. Now I can go ahead and put the positive back on first. So I come back here to my positive terminal and I put it on top. Make sure that it goes all the way where it's flush. And then I tighten up this nut. Okay. Okay, and then I come over here to the negative terminal, put it down on the battery. Now, when you put the negative on, you may hear a little sparking or see a little sparking, and nothing to worry about. Modern cars like this always have something that is drawing something from the battery. It's called a parasitic draw. So you're going to see a little spark and stuff. This is flush, so I'm happy with that. Otherwise, I would probably take a little mallet and tap it down. And then now all I do is tighten up this one too. Okay, just up there. And I'm good to go for another year. So this one little periodic job of cleaning these terminals can easily get you another year of life or even more than that out of your battery, because the battery doesn't have to work as hard and your alternator doesn't have to work as hard. And so that's just one part of maintenance that will save you money in the long run if you do that. Thanks.